Good.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to New York Red Bulls media availability to preview the New York Red Bulls match against Columbus Crew on Saturday. We're joined by New York Red Bulls head coach Sandro Schwarz. As always, use the raise hand function. I'll call you guys coach question. We'll start with questions in the room. First hand I saw was Mark. Mark, when I start recording, the floor is yours.
Recording in progress.
Okay. Coach, Cucho is the toughest forward that you guys have faced in this young season. Talk to us about the challenges that he provides for your defense on Saturday.
Yeah, it's not. I agree about the quality of Kuch, but it's not only his quality as a striker, as the whole team. They have a lot of good individual players, especially then also in the last third in the offensive behavior, and this is what we have to defend. This is very important for us. Then also that we are very compact and it's not only the target for the center backs like in man marking or something like that. It's for the whole team. Very important also to get the pressure on the ball, that they cannot create so many situations with all these quality players in the offense.
Next, go to Daniel Rebe.
How you doing, Coach? Lewis Morgan played 80 minutes last week in really tough conditions, a lot of rain. But just talk about how he's feeling, how his body's feeling, and just talk about the pitch conditions because they look very, very well, especially with all the rain coming down.
Yeah, it was 80 minutes. Yeah, he played 80 minutes against Dallas, and after his long time of his injury, and also he was not in the rhythm in the preseason, and this is important then also for him to get this rhythm as soon as possible then also, and but he's in a good condition. Also the whole trainings week, the first the training stay on Tuesday, it was a little bit more individual program because we have to be careful after this game. After his first game was 80 minutes, but now he trained today 100%. Yesterday also was full of the team training session. So he's in a good condition, and it's very important for us and also for Saturday.
Next, go to Mark.
Coach, do you have Lois starting this week? Is he going to be in your starting 11, or are you planning to take him off the bench?
Who?
Morgan, Lois Morgan.
He will play.
He's starting.
Yeah.
Next, we go to Daniel.
Hopefully tomorrow nothing happened in the training session. But now, actually, when I have to decide now, but I think it's not the biggest surprise that he will start on Saturday.
Next, we go to Daniel Fornstein on Zoom.
Good afternoon, Sandro. Hope you're well. Two quick questions. I know it's still early in the year, but these two matches between Columbus and Miami, you're all log jammed at the top of the East. How important is that to get a result in these matches to try and break away from that? And also, even though it's like I said, it's early in the year, it looks like your players are more disciplined on the pitch. 2 bookings in 3 matches so far because you had no bookings in Nashville. How important is that for you to have your players play very disciplined early on in the year?
Yeah, to come to your first question is it's not only against now against Columbus or next week against Miami to get the results. To be honest, is the whole year, especially for the coach to get the results, and also for me it's important how we get the results, and this is our main target in the whole week. How is the possibility to get the results, and now only our focus is now to the first game now to Columbus. This is and you mentioned it, it's very difficult game, a very good team with his quality, and now our focus is what we need for our result to get the best performance, to get the best mentality on Saturday. And but I don't want to talk now about what happened next week. So this is our focus. And the second question is
about the discipline of your players, about your players playing discipline so far
yeah,
this year.
this is our main target, main goal in the whole preseason, to be disciplined in both directions, in our defense and also in our offense, that we are also in our offense very close, very compact. When we lose the ball, that we have directly also the situation and also the chance to win the ball in our counter press. And without discipline, you have no chance the whole game. Not in this league, not in another league in Europe. So this is very important to be compact, to have a good communication in all phases of the game.
Next, we go to Joe Pantorno on Zoom.
Hey, Sandro, thanks for the time. Sort of off of Daniel's question a little bit, when you're coming into a game, going in against the defending champions or going into their house, how much maybe of a measuring stick do you see an opportunity like this to maybe really build some early momentum here for you guys?
You mean for us? Yeah. This was our daily work in the preseason. First of all, to have the stability in our defense, but also to improve our offense behavior in our build-up phases and also in our offensive transitions. And the whole team made it very well in the preseason, and it's good also to get this feeling now also in the first games, to have this stability in your defense, not then only to work for your offense and then you lose your principles in defense. And I think this is for the coaching team, for me, very important not to lose the strength of the last season, but it's also important then to improve and to develop, to make the next step in our style, how we want to play.
Next, we go to Mohamed San.
So, in the Miami game, you'll be missing a lot of players for the
Miami.
Yeah.
But this is the press
I know.
conference for
I'm
Columbus.
following up on the question.
Okay.
You'll be missing up a lot of players due to international break. Are you rotating any players this week to get them prepared?
No. Only focus is to play with the best team, with the whole roster against Columbus, and when the game is finished, then we prepare our game match plan, everything else for our trainings week, the whole week for Miami. But now only the focus. We had today 21 players in our roster, in our training. So, and this is then we have to decide who will be in the roster, who will be in the starting lineup. So, but only to have the focus for Saturday game. This is a big game, and I'm looking forward also to play the first time in Columbus, also against a very good team. What we said before, very good coach. His idea, you see this also of his team, very clear in his principle. But this is a big challenge. So, and this is first of all our focus, not to think about the starting lineup, about Miami or the roster.
Next, go to Anthony Merced on Zoom.
Hello, Coach. The last two games, the team has fallen into a defensive shell in in the second half, and you mentioned as well in the last game that you felt like you didn't control the game enough. What are you doing to correct that against a team like Columbus that has very, very strong midfielders?
Yeah, it's another game like the home game against Dallas. You need maybe more the focus than also for us now in our defense behavior and also in our transition moments. I think this is for us very important for Saturday. But we analyzed the situations, what we have to improve from the Dallas game, especially in the first half, when we didn't control the game and when we lost sometimes very easily the ball. So, and we analyzed this and then to transfer this on the trainings pitch in our trainings sessions. And this was the work on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we start to prepare for the following game now in Columbus.
Next, go to Michael Batista on Zoom.
Coach, thank you so much for the time. It came out this week how the Open Cup is going to work with Red Bulls 2, how MLS first teams can send down up to 7 first-team players for that. Have you talked to Jochen or management about if the MLS team is going to send anybody down for next week's Open Cup game?
Yeah, for sure. We talked also about this issue, and it's an important issue. Also, US Open Cup is a cup in this country, in our country now, and so we talked about that. but we have to decide then this, I don't know, 2 days, 3 days before then the Open Cup started, and not to take the decision now, but we talked about that for sure. Yeah.
Next, go to Mark.
Coach, can you talk about the status of Dante? We saw him practicing off the side today, and how does his availability impact your lineup on Saturday?
Yeah, he made now the whole week his individual trainings program. The process was good, made good steps, but we have to look for tomorrow, the last team training session, and could be an option for the bench, but yeah, it's not sure.
We'll go to Daniel Reben.
Last Sunday, Red Bull 2 played their last preseason game. Dennis Gengar got 60 minutes. Just talk about what you saw from his game from those 60 minutes, and could he be an option for you off the bench this week?
Yeah, he will also sit on the bench on Saturday, and then I had also today in the morning a conversation with him to talk about the principles, and yeah, it was good. First 60 minutes was good. We watched this. Also, our assistants coaches watched this game, and it's good to get the rhythm now also, and because his last game from his previous club, I think, was 10 weeks ago. So then it's important to get this rhythm with the second team, with Ibra, head coach. He's our assistant coach. So yeah, we will see now what happened on Saturday, but he will be in the roster, and then also everyone who's in the roster is then the option also to come in and to change maybe something in the game, or to defend, then that we get the results. So yeah, this is the situation of Dennis.
Next, go to OCS.
Hi, Coach.
Yeah.
If the team wins the next game, it will be the best start of the season in the team's history. Do you believe we can send a signal to the leagues about the growth of your team and what this team can do throughout the season?
This is not. I know it's more than an issue for the history, and now for something like that, and it's also a goal of me personally. When you, I don't know when, but when you sometimes when you have to leave the club or something like that, and you have a record or something like that's good. But now, in this moment, it's not my focus. My focus is to prepare the best training session with my assistants coach, to prepare the best video meeting here, to have the best press conference like this. This is my this is my focus, and this is my mentality also, how we want to work, and not to think about what can happen after the game. And it's not the first time that I heard this about, but yeah. I think it's also for the players, it's important that we have this focus and the concentration on our daily work on the field and in the locker room and here in the meeting room, and then we are able to be successful. We are able to continue this development. We are all together with our supporters, with the fans, to come together to create a top energy. So, but tomorrow we trained in the morning today. Tomorrow's next training session 11 a.m. and we need a top training session tomorrow, and then on Saturday to be ready against this is what I said, a good team against Columbus.
Next, we go to Gustavo on Zoom.
Coach, good afternoon. Thank you for your time. Obviously, you started the season with a pair of center backs, and due to the quality Columbus possesses, do you consider using 3 center backs for this match? And my second question is, the schedule came out today regarding the League's Cup. I am curious to know your thoughts about stopping the league in the middle of summertime to play a different tournament, completely tournament than the regular season.
Yeah, but I cannot. This is the same answer to what happened in the summer. Yeah, this is I know that we are playing then the League's Cup, but now I don't know. We have till end of June, I think, the games now in our regular season. So Saturday, this is tomorrow. What I said now is the training session, and then on Saturday the first game in Columbus, my personal first game, and yeah, this is the focus for myself, and also to play with 2 or 3 center backs. It's a good question. It's an option to change the first time, maybe the tactical formation, and we will see what happened on Saturday.
Hey everyone, we have time for 2 more questions with Coach. First we'll go to Voss on Zoom.
How's it going, Coach? Best of luck on Saturday against Columbus. And I just wanted to ask, it's your 3rd time going up against a MLS side who was played midweek at the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Can you find your team having a bit of a leg up in the fitness department? And just to follow up, Darlington Nagbe is making his 105th consecutive appearance in the MLS regular season. Is there any sort of plan to try to mitigate his effectiveness on the night?
Yeah, it's a little bit different from Columbus to Houston and Nashville, because when we analyze now Columbus, they changed also the formation sometimes, and also now the home game against Houston, the substitutions after 60 minutes then. So I wouldn't say nothing changed then for the fitness level for Saturday. They will be in a good condition. We will be hopefully in a good condition. So this is a little bit different to Houston or first game Nashville. Nashville then they had the situation Hani Mukhtar and Zoric, they got this injury. So but Columbus, I'm sure they will be ready also for Saturday for this for their home game. And now we have 3 away games. It's a tough program and tough schedule. And I watched the game was Montreal. I think they played 6 times in a row away. This is also for me, because they built something up. I heard about that. So but. Yeah, it's tough to play away, but it's also good that we have this feeling that we are able also to win in away games like we did it in Houston, and also the draw game in Nashville.
And we'll finish up with Christian on Zoom.
Hi, good afternoon, Coach.
Good afternoon.
Understanding that your focus is on the team and this weekend, this week, MLS analysts hinted that the club was eagerly hunting for a young DP signing striker. Is there anything you would like to comment on that? If it's true, do you see it as a possibility for before the end of the transfer window?
Yeah, we analyze. We sit also every week together with Julian, Jochen, with our scouting team, and this is our job. To talk about what can happen in our roster, but first of all, the team which we trained here every day, we trust in this team, and we believe in this team, and now we got 7 points in these 3 games, and we will see what happened. But it could be that something happened, but it's not that we say, okay, we have to do now a young DP or something like that. So now we believe in this group, in this energy, and all these players, and we get it back also from the team.
Coach, thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.